All right, hello. It is 10 o'clock, June 5th. Welcome to the weather update. It was a beautiful day today, mostly clear skies, and I have a whole video from Hempstead Lake State Park, which was absolutely beautiful. Busy, but very beautiful. Beautiful big lake there. And there were just a few wisps of cirrus, and maybe an occasional contrail or two, but other than that, the sky was beautiful today, and the temperatures were great as well. You can see the clear skies in place across our area. Some cirrus to the north and some cirrus to the south. Uh, Looking at the MODIS satellite for today, you can see that is Alex, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But you can see clear skies across our area today. More or less just a few occasional small little wisps of cirrus. But that was it. It was an absolutely beautiful day today. Comfortable temperatures, low humidity. Absolutely great day across our area. So let's go look at the highs across the area. Oh, and it is 70 in my alley, unfortunately. I know it's, let me get the picture to prove it to you. Hold on. Yeah, so this is a new feature of the weather update. 70 in the alley. So everybody's enjoying temperatures in the mid-60s across Long Island. The air outside my window is still in the 70s because, again, it gets trapped in the alley. But other than that, temperatures are in the mid-60s. 64 at Farmingdale, 62 at Islip, and for the current conditions, 62, dew point 50. Southwest wind at 3. A sea breeze did develop today. You can see West Hampton's already dropping off to 54, so I'm wondering if there's going to be some good radiational cooling. Let's go over our highs and lows first for the day. And then we'll... So highs, mid-70s, 75 degrees. Pretty much everywhere, 75. Even in New Jersey, 75. The city was around 75, too. Everybody around 75 degrees today. So let's now we'll go back to the conditions here, and we'll look at the conditions at Islip. So let's go here. Oh, it's not refreshing it. This is the problem when I do this now. It won't give me the link to the last 3 days. This is when I do that thing, it just doesn't want to do that. Let's see if I can put that in. Maybe it will now. There it goes. So we'll take a look and see some of the conditions across the area today. All right. So throughout the day, we started off, actually, I'm going to have to check the lows, actually. I'm going to do the math, too, because it looks like it got pretty chilly. It got down to 52 last night. Couldn't enjoy any of that. I had the AC on in here. It's ridiculous. You can see temperatures in the 70s, dew points very low in the 30s, north to northwest winds. But then they shifted over to the south around 4 o'clock. That's when the sea breeze came in. Actually came in just as I got to the Hempstead Lake State Park. Came in there a little earlier, I think, actually, because I was there like around 2:30, 3 o'clock. But you can see the wind shifted and the temperatures dropped, but the dew points did come up as a result of the sea breeze a little bit. Now temperatures are in the low 60s. Can't believe it, how cool it got last night. It sucks not being able to enjoy any of this cool air at night. It really does, I gotta say. So let's go look at West Hampton, because we might have seen some radiational cooling. Now I'm going to have to put the lows on the screen as well. So West Hampton, I'm curious about when their sea breeze kicked in as well. Their sea breeze might have kicked in a little earlier. Yeah, 255. So it kicked in a little earlier. Let's see how cool it got last night. Oh, it got down to the low 40s in West Hampton. 43. Man, that's amazing. That's amazing. I can't enjoy any of that, unfortunately. So let's go look at the lows for the day. And you can see, yeah, 43 at West Hampton. Not as cool in Jersey. They had temperatures around 50. But it's like 60. That's what it got down to this morning in the alley. When I checked, I got up use the restroom at like 5:30 in the morning just before the sun rose. It was 60. So basically, it's like living in New York City, the conditions I have outside my window. And I got to tell you, it really does suck. It really does suck. But hey, until Wall Street crashes, I'm kind of stuck where I'm at. Just one of these little things that get on your nerves. But I'm going to try not to complain. But it's annoying having to run the AC when you shouldn't have to. It's a real waste of energy. And in this day and age, places like this shouldn't even exist. All right, everything should be modern and affordable and all the other stuff. But that's another subject that I'm not going to bring up in this video. I just hate wasting energy. Look, I have the AC on. That's the way it is. But it sucks. When I could open my windows and get fresh air, but I can't do that. So let's get to Tropical Storm Alex right now. We're going to go to the National Hurricane Center. And Alex is forecast to pass near or just north of Bermuda on Monday. So there's tropical storm warning in effect for Bermuda. Let's take a look at the warning cone. You can see tropical storm warning in effect for Bermuda. That's the only thing that's going to affect. The storm is out in the middle of the ocean. Yeah, so it's not really going to... let's get to the latest public advisory on it. So, as of 8 p.m., location 31.9 north, 70.3 west. About 325 miles west of Bermuda. Maximum sustained winds are 65 miles an hour. Wow, this is a strong tropical storm. It's amazing how once it got out over that warm water, boy, it really exploded. East-northeast, I mean, it was barely anything yesterday, just a bunch of heavy rain over Florida. Now look at it. So moving east-northeast at 26 miles an hour. Minimum central pressure, 988 millibars, or 29.18 inches. And the extent of the tropical storm force, when it's a large storm, they extend out up to 205 miles, mainly to the east of the center. NOAA buoy 41048 has recently reported sustained winds of 54 miles an hour with a wind gust of 64 miles an hour. So, yeah, this is an impressive storm. So let's take a look at this on the satellite here, and you see it on the MODIS. Let's go to the MODIS here. There it is. Look at that. You see most of the dry air. It's a very lopsided storm, but still impressive nonetheless. It might try to become extratropical, some kind of hybrid type of storm eventually as it moves further east or north. Let's go to the satellite imagery of this thing. So let's go here, and this is the latest satellite imagery of it. I mean, it doesn't look... It almost looks extratropical, doesn't it? It is tropical, but it almost looks like it's extratropical because it's lopsided. You have the dry air on the left side of the storm, and the moisture's all on the right side, and there's barely any cloud cover at all. It almost got like that comet shape to it. So that's why it sort of has some extratropical characteristics to it, I think. So let's get to the models now, talk about our weather, and this storm is going to only bother Bermuda, but Bermuda could deal with some pretty rough conditions with this storm as it moves to the east and north, mostly east-northeast, like you saw the track. All right, so let's go and look at the general pattern. I'll go to the let me go to the North American view, and actually the North American view would actually be a good way so we can visualize also Alex here as well. So let's go to the GFS. So we're on the GFS, but let's go to the upper air. 250 wind. All right, so we'll get a chance to look at the jet stream here. And the good news is we have that west to east flow in the jet stream, which is good. That keeps Alex away from us. And you'll see a few little troughs come through, one for the weekend and then another one later this week. You see there's a lot of storms and waves along it. That's going to bring chances for rain. As you head into the middle of the month, you still see some troughing in the east. So, fortunately, no huge ridges here, which are important. So let's go to the upper air on the 500 now. All right, so you can visualize these troughs here we have in the east. So you don't really have any major ridging in the east. Plenty of troughs, a little bit of ridging there, and then another trough comes through. So this is a good pattern to be in. It's going to keep the heat away for the most part. So now let's go and we'll look at the surface. And let's go to the surface. And actually, we're going to keep it on this view for now. All right, so we can visualize what happens with Alex. All right, so you can see high pressure over our area stays in control through Tuesday. And then when we get to Wednesday, we're going to deal with some rain. There's Alex shooting north and east and becoming probably extra tropical at some point. And so we're going to have a chance of rain probably early Wednesday, and then another chance of more substantial rain on Thursday. You can see that's some going by. And then another chance of rain over the weekend. So we have a couple of chances for rain, but it looks like the fronts move through, but we're still going to be dealing with some rain. So let's go to our regional view now, and let's go look at the HRRR model, 0Z. And you'll see we'll be staying dry. Here's tomorrow, staying dry, high pressure in control. And we're not going to deal with the chance of rain until as we get toward overnight, Tuesday night into Wednesday. So let's look at our dew points and wind flow. So our dew points and wind flow, you'll see, have that light easterly flow, and I think we'll see a lot of radiational cooling again tonight, with lows probably getting down to the 50s, except in the alley, of course. Most of you will be able to turn off your air conditioner, except for me. And a few other people living in similar type of situations. I mean, it's most people on Long Island, maybe in the city it's like this, but on Long Island generally, there's space. People have, space out their window. It's not like I'm in a very unusual situation. But anyway, let's look at the wind flow, and you can see a little light eastward flow becoming south tomorrow. Dew points stay low. So you get into Tuesday, you'll see those dew points creep up a little bit, but still in the comfortable range. And you'll see that southerly flow there as well. So that should keep sea breezes in play. Here we go into tomorrow. And you'll see here the temperatures, which this is underestimating. It'll be colder than that in the Pine Barrens. Tomorrow, it's going to get into the mid to upper 70s. So maybe a tad warmer than today, but then the sea breezes come in the afternoon. Temperatures drop low to mid 70s, especially on the South Shore. Tomorrow night, probably not quite as cool, but I still think a lot of areas are going to see 55 to 60 degrees for lows, except, of course, in the alley. And then for Tuesday, a little bit cooler with a stronger sea breeze influence, probably mid-70s. Inland could be close to 80 degrees. Want to go beyond that, looking at the temperatures here on the GFS. We can go beyond that. Here we go into Wednesday. You can see it heats up ahead of that cold front there, and then we have a Thursday with that rain moving through, and then behind that, somewhat cooler, drier air, upper 70s, which is actually close to normal. Here's the weekend, and you can see it's going to be kind of cool on the weekend. Then we could, like I said, be dealing with the rain as well. If we look at dew points in the airflow here, here we are on Wednesday. You can sort of see a cold front trying to get through here. Dew point, southerly wind surge from the south. And then behind it, you see the drier air trying to get in, but you see what happens. Look what happens here. The front kind of just stalls a little bit, and then a low develops along it. And then finally, that starts pushing to the east of us on Thursday. So we dry out on Friday with a drier airflow, and then we'll be dealing with that another low pressure. You can see a stalled front right here. You can see that clearly by looking at the dew points here. And then maybe by Sunday it gets out of the way, and then by Monday we have drier air in place again. So at least it won't linger too long. So now let's go look at the skies. RGEM, and we don't have the Z18. We don't have an RGEM available from 18Z. Oh, we don't have an RGEM available. Hold on a minute. That's weird. All right, well, we got the RGEM sky cover. I don't know. I'm not showing that one for whatever reason. So as we head into tomorrow, mostly sunny again. I think we'll maybe have an occasional wisp of cirrus, but other than that, I think we're going to have mostly sunny skies again. And Tuesday, we'll be seeing a little more cirrus around, but still plenty of sunshine. That cirrus becomes lower and becomes an overcast later in the afternoon, and then we'll have the clouds come in for Wednesday with that chance of rain, and that'll probably linger into Thursday. All right. If we look at the GFS and go to the precipitation mode, you'll see that next chance of rain. Again, GFS is not showing. GFS is missing at 18Z. Okay, so we seem to have a problem with that model on the local, whatever the local view. All right, let's try NAM. All right, NAM 12. Again, we're having some issues with the models here. I don't know what's going on. All right, well, I showed you what I could show you. I don't know. The site seems to be having some issues. But generally, we're going to be dry for the next couple of days, so no rain to worry about, and hopefully they'll get it straightened out by the time we do have to watch out for the rain. For some reason, the precipitation view just doesn't want to show up on here. So that's going to wrap up this video. We have more beautiful weather coming, so get out there and enjoy it if you can. Thanks for watching.